Hello everyone and welcome to our weather update on July 29th, 2026. So, today we have once again a northwest southeast split with much of central, southern and eastern England seeing a heat back today. You can see clear skies and temperatures are rocketing upwards, so temperatures today likely to reach the mid-30s in parts like East Anglia and Kent and near London too. Elsewhere, we have higher cloud amounts, and the cloud is thickest across currently parts of western and northern Ireland, parts of northern England, central and southern Scotland, and that is producing a band of rain. Now, in this rain, there are some heavy pulses, and these might turn thundery in the afternoon as higher temperatures become involved in the mix. Some showers also breaking out ahead of it as well. And earlier, I did notice that we saw some lightning across western Norway and the Norwegian Sea as this area of heavier downpours on the cold fronts did push through. So yeah, this cold front though will be gradually slipping eastwards and southwards over today, tonight and tomorrow. Unfortunately, by the time it reaches much of central, southern and eastern England, it will be no more than a band of medium to high base cloud with only maybe 1 or 2 spots of rain, if you're lucky, at that. And let alone across Spain and France and Portugal, where it has been so extremely hot and dry with devastating wildfires raging through like the border area and many areas of Spain and Portugal. Satellites has been showing smoke from these areas lately. Of course, Ireland and the UK have been having their own wildfires, but nothing on the level of what's been seen further south and further east across Europe. Well, many areas of Scandinavia and Eastern Europe have been seeing a cooler phase through July, with a lot of low pressure coming through. Of course, high pressure over Western Europe has meant that the low pressures have been rising towards Iceland and Greenland, then diving through Northern and Eastern Europe there. So it's been quite cool and wet through July. However, that is about to change. Right, so moving on. So currently temperatures have reached 31 degrees across near Calais area in the northeast of France. Hottest areas today across Ireland and the UK will be across eastern England, where temperatures are currently in the high 20s. For the west, across Midlands and up into northern England, well, low to mid 20s now, but still rising, obviously. Peak temperatures today around 3 or 4 o'clock. Across Wales, northern England, more like high teens, low 20s. Same for southern and eastern Ireland. And then temperatures lowering into the more mid-teens and even low teens across parts of the northwest. So it really is a northwest southeast gradient there. You can see temperatures really rising the further southeast you go. Right, so here is the UKV. Again, here's that cold front that is currently straddling parts of Northern Ireland, southern Scotland, northern England. A few showers ahead of it, and those showers could turn heavier and thundery through the afternoon. So like Eastern Ireland, Northern Ireland, and into Isle of Man, Eastern Scotland and Northern England might see some heavy thundery downpours today on and ahead of that cold front. Now that front starts to push southeastwards, but notice that the active part of the cold front starts to move out into the North Sea, and the part that heads into Wales, for example, and southern northern England becomes no more than a band of cloud and some patchy rain. Behind it, well, the sky is clear and temperatures drop quite sharply, and we see cooler winds from the west start to dig in. Now, through tonight, again, staying warm though across much of central, southern and eastern England ahead of that cold front still, so it'll be another warm, muggy night after today's high temperatures. And overnight also showers will push into Scotland with a trough of low pressure as well. Going into tomorrow, Thursday, again, maybe a few showers sparked off by rising temperatures in the morning on that cold front, actually across South Wales into maybe central southern England. but amounts likely to be quite small, and most areas will miss any showers that do form. Further west and north, we see showers heavier and more frequent the further north you go, and across parts of Scotland, some could be thundery, especially in the northeast. Although most areas away from like Northern Ireland and parts of Scotland should largely miss the showers and see quite a fine, pleasant day. Again, watch some showers blossoming maybe quite locally across eastern England late in the day, but amounts should be small. And again, hit and miss showers, and they'll be very scattered if they do occur. Overnight into Friday, well, all areas see hopefully a much fresher start away from possibly the far southeast, where that residue from the cold front still just hangs on. Now Friday, across all areas, will be a fresher day. Showers heaviest and most widespread across Ireland, Scotland, and Northern England. Most of England and Wales staying dry and quite sunny. Now we go into August here on Saturday, and again showers in the north, mainly for Scotland this time, and other areas should be seeing a fine day, and temperatures pleasantly into the high teens or low 20s, and by night quite chilly. Some areas possibly dropping into the high single figures. Now into Sunday, now we start seeing uncertainty starts to emerge around this point. So we'll be seeing low pressure start to try and approach from southwest on a more south shifted jet stream. That tries and throw rain up into the south. However, it will struggle against a blocking area of high pressure that will be very strongly centered over to our west. The UKV has an area of rain coming through southern Ireland into Wales, parts of Midlands, northern England, some showers to the south, but that currently is speculation. Some models don't have that coming through at all, others have it being more intense, and even the south gets soaking, so we'll wait and see. So currently temperatures this morning, you can see the sharp gradient in temperature here. So that's currently through central and southern Scotland, down into Northern Ireland, and parts of Ireland itself, where temperatures south and east of the line, high 20s, high teens, low 20s, whereas west and north of the line, you're into the low teens. So, and that boundary will gradually slip its way southeastwards through today. And again, as I mentioned, the heat today will be quite intense across eastern England and the southeast. Highest temperatures, probably 35, 36, maybe a local 36. And through tonight, well, again, the fresher air is just seeping in from the west. So Ireland, Scotland, Northern England, temperatures into the low teens, maybe in shelter the high single figures, but remaining very warm across much of England and parts of Wales tonight, especially in more eastern regions. Now, tomorrow, Thursday, temperatures lower. Again, quite hot still across the far east and southeast of England, but still coming down from the peak. Highest temperatures tomorrow likely around 28 degrees, maybe a local 29. Elsewhere, much more sensible in the high teens, low 20s. Actually quite chilly for western Scotland, you'll notice. Now, Thursday night across most areas away from the southeast corner of England, looking fresh. I'd say about 5 to 10 degrees. Maybe, dare I say it, a very local grass frost across the most sheltered valleys of Scotland. A 4 showing up there. Meanwhile, staying very mild and muggy for one more night across, say, London area, Kent, maybe Suffolk as well. Into Friday, well, Friday again, much more sensible, high teens, many areas of England seeing temperatures in the low to mid 20 Celsius on Friday. And Friday night, well, all areas see a much more sensible low temperature. Still mildest, warmest across the southeast corner of England, but even so, much more comfortable anyway for sleeping. Dew points by then will have lowered quite nicely. Also, dew points tonight will be very muggy and mild. So tonight across Wales and England will be uncomfortable for sleeping. Actually quite dry air coming in through tomorrow. Very low dew points across parts of Ireland and Wales. And you notice that these low dew points are struggling to fully make it into southeast England through Thursday night. Hence, it stays really muggy for parts of Kent. But notice that contrast, like 17-degree dew point across Kent, whereas in London you're at 6 degrees. So yeah, it's a fine boundary on the cold front, but it will clear through to give much more comfortable conditions through Friday and the weekend. Back to temperatures then. So through where are we? We were on Saturday, yeah. So much of a pleasant Saturday night. Again, most areas pretty decent for sleeping. Sunday, maybe temperatures rising back again, because if that low pressure tries to advance from southwest, ahead of it we'll see a more southerly or southeasterly airflow, and that will waft up some warmer temperatures. Some warmer temperatures from continents. Still quite pleasant though. Mid to possibly high 20s on Sunday. But notice that the very warm air and high dew points that we literally barely clear out on, say, where are we? Around Thursday, Friday time, that doesn't really go anywhere quite fast, and it quickly tries to return into start of next week, but could be brief. As I said to you, uncertainty will be the dominant factor beyond Sunday. So here is the GFS. So once again, low pressure is to our north, clearing a cold front through today and tomorrow, and behind that we see a showery west to northwesterly airflow. Most of the showers in the north, staying dry in the south as it has been for ages. And notice also high pressure will be building towards Ukraine, down to the Black Sea maybe, and that means that the heat will transfer eastwards. So for much of July, it has been quite cool across these eastern areas. However, of Europe, we'll see the heat return to those areas through end of July and start of August, and possibly becoming more established through August, as Western Europe might take a turn to become more settled. You can see just these red temperatures, these red shades, indicating some very hot air across those regions. Right, so back to Ireland and the UK. Give us time. Okay, so we're cooler for now after today. Weekend, we're under a cold, so should be quite fine, quite dry, a few showers, and pleasant by day, chilly by night. Into next week, well, the GFS brings in an area of low pressure across the south. That threatens to bring some spells of rain. Hard to pinpoint exactly where they will form, but overall I'd say a higher chance of rainfall towards the end of the weekend and start of next week. We end up trying to push up some more hotter air by the 8th of August. That is almost 2 weeks out from now. But that is quite swiftly pushed away by low pressure by the 9th of August and beyond. And actually we go into a northerly airflow by mid-August with blocking high Greenland, Canada, big area of low pressure, big zone of low pressure even near over Ireland, the UK, Scandinavia, into Russia, and around that we bring in a northerly wind with some quite chilly air with that, and spells of rain. So here's the ECM. Again, cool down gradually takes place through today, tomorrow and Friday. Weekend, quite fine, quite dry, enjoy the weekends. Next week, again, higher chances of rain as low pressure starts to form around us and to our south. Some of it possibly heavy and thundery if we tap into some warmer air from the continent, with that. And then we go into a more northwesterly based airflow again into the midweek periods before into the weekend. We're back to something warmer, but low pressure always quite close. Overall, models I think looking quite messy for start of August. Here's the UK Met run. Again, cooling down. Weekends I think with confidence looks good up until say Sunday, Monday, when low pressure starts to threaten exactly where it goes. So like the UK Met run tries to keep it to our south a bit more. So risk of rain or heavier downpours might even push into southern parts of England. GEM, as again, quite straightforward over the rest of July. This low pressure system on a southerly shifted jet stream would try and nudge in from the southwest. Notice also big, strong blocking high pressure near Greenland and extending down towards Ireland and the UK as well. GEM a bit odd with this, a flabby stretched low pressure system, a zone of enhanced rainfall possibilities, just trying to stretch into Western Europe there on Monday and Tuesday. I think it mostly misses us though, and actually we go back into a drier, warmer pattern through next week. So Icon, GEM is a bit dubious. Icon, again, straightforward up until the weekend. Beyond that, well, low pressure tries to threaten some rain into the south, into many areas of central and southern UK through next week. Is that the soaking that we're after? Beyond that, cooler and drier for a time. Arpege to round us off. Well, again, showery west to northwesterly winds, most of them in the north, quite dry in the south. We end up on Sunday with the low pressure trying to push in from the southwest. Area of rain. Most models have it tracking somewhere like this into the channel, and hence most of the rain risk will be in the south where it is most needed, and also enhances risk of rainfall for France and possibly northern Spain. I know that models have been forecasting showing rainfall, low pressure for quite a while now, and it's always been pushed back, but for now this particular signal for low pressure at the start of next week is getting closer and closer. Bear in mind also jet stream is south shifted, blocking high pressure towards Greenland, so jet stream can't go north in this pattern, has to go south. So that's why currently I'm thinking there's a reasonably higher chance of this verifying compared to the late July breakdown we thought we'd see. Everyone, thanks for watching. We'll see you. Bye for now.